All right, guys, let's get going. Week 10 here. I am recording from the gym. This workout today is our regular kind of sumo stance box squat cycle that we've been working on. So, 3 reps at a time with that tempo. The idea here is we're building lower body strength, and the sumo stance box squat is nice because we can kind of overload that a little bit more, really challenge our nervous system with that weight and kind of getting used to really contracting our core, getting really tight, firing up more of the muscles on our backside when we're going into that sumo stance, because sometimes we don't really utilize those muscles as much. Sometimes we even plateau with our squat. So this is a great way to kind of break through that, just as a reminder for you guys and what you're kind of trying to build up towards, which is building that lower body strength. So just as usual, let's go around that kind of 7 to 9 RPE for all the 5 sets today. And you're doing 3 reps every 3 minutes. So that's plenty of time to kind of rest in between sets so that you can get the most out of each one. And then we're going to follow that up with a strength workout. So this one is a 1 deadlift, wall walk. Then the next round, 2 and 2 deadlifts and wall walks, and then again 3 and 3. So we're going up by 1 rep. Heavy deadlifts, and then the wall walk, as you guys have seen before, or you're already doing this WOD vent challenge right now. It's a slow movement, so today's all about that strength and strength endurance. So it's just going to be like heavy breathing, grindy. It's not going to be fast paced, especially in those first couple of rounds. You're going to have to kind of take your time through it. So when you guys are doing this workout today, make sure, first of all, you're getting a good weight on that bar. That's going to be challenging, but you're going to keep good form. And then with the wall walks today, it's like, yeah, that's just going to be a grind as you kind of build up throughout each round there. So 9 minutes, you're trying to knock through as many rounds as possible or go as far as possible in the 9 minutes today. And again, this is going to be more of a strength workout, so make sure you get a good weight on that bar, that it's going to make you move slower. We're not trying to get cardio out of this. Tuesday's workout, complete opposite end of the spectrum. We got a cardio workout, so it's 5 rounds for time, 15 cal row or cal bike for the guys, and then for the ladies, it's 12 calories. Then we got 20 shuttle runs, so this should be about 2.5 minutes of work. The shuttle runs, if you guys remember or have done it before, 25 feet out, 25 feet back with the running, and then a 2-minute recovery to follow that up. So very simple, just 2 movements there, and then a 2-minute recovery. As you guys know, the idea is to push hard on the bike and on the run, and then the row is supposed to be more of a recovery. So we're going slower, trying to bring that heart rate down as we're doing that part. So 30 minutes to get through it. Think about roughly 4 minutes for the first 2 movements at most, and then 2 minutes on the road in order to get this done. So that is Tuesday, and it should help kind of like flush the body out a little bit, help kind of reset things. And we're going to go into Wednesday into our gymnastics works. Looks a little bit different this week. We got for quality every 90 seconds for 15 rounds, 5 sets of each movement. We're going to work on 3 ring muscle progressions or 3 ring muscle ups or progressions for 6 minutes. So that means every 90 seconds, we're going to do a set, and basically going to do 5 sets of 3 within that time frame. Then we're going to finish off with these 2 sections that are going to work on strength. So we're going to do 10-second top of pull-up hold from 7:30 to 13:30, and then from 15 to 21, we're going to do 10 seconds at the bottom of the dip. So this is what's called isometric strength. We're working on holding a position that's an isometric. And the idea is to really maintain your position. So when your chin's over the bar, keep that chin in that same position relative to the bar. When you're at the bottom of the dip, same idea, just holding that position nice and solid. So gymnastics, upper body strength and skills, a stimulus of the first half. And then our workout is a good little conditioning workout to kind of finish off the day. So we got 12 minutes, 5 dumbbell snatches on one side, 5 dumbbell snatches on the other side, 10 push-ups, and then 50-foot overhead single arm walking lunge. So this one, a lot of upper body is going to be taxed in this one, because we got dumbbell snatch. Again, I know you're using your legs in this one, but again, the arm motion, then you go into push-ups, and then trying to hold that overhead position. It's going to be challenging just because of the number of repetitions and the volume on the upper body versus the lower body. But this one is going to be like a lot more conditioning, if anything, I would say. you should be choosing some progressions today where you're going unbroken all on the dumbbell snatch. Push-ups you might need to break up, and then the 50-foot overhead walking lunge, I would say you're probably breaking this up into 25 feet sections at most. So we're looking to aim for 6 to 9 rounds today. This one should leave you just like a sweaty kind of cardio workout, but not like yesterday with Tuesdays where it was like more long form conditioning. This one is like a lot more shorter time frame. So that's Wednesday. And then our Thursday workout, as you guys know, we got our strength work in the beginning. This is where we're focusing on building strength in those areas that we don't really train as much. And this is a really good thing because we get to add some novelty into our training, also activate muscles we've never activated before. And by doing all of these things too, it helps with injury prevention. So as we do more novel and unique movements, we're exposing ourselves into positions that we don't regularly get into, which is really good because then when we do get into those positions, we're ready, we're strong, we're not going to put ourselves into a risk of injury there. So barbell inverted rows, alternating Supermans. Oh, there's a little typo here. Let me fix that. Type N. Okay. And then one arm kettlebell suitcase deadlifts. So something for the upper body, something for the core being the backside of our body, and then suitcase deadlifts from there. So that is the strength there. And then our workout, this one is for time. We got 150 double unders or 300 single skips, then 4 rounds of 15 ring rows, and then 30 sit-ups. So we got a good kind of combination of upper body and core here. The cool thing is that with the ring rows, we're going to be actually kind of working on our midline and our backside, just because if you've ever noticed when you're hanging, you're activating everything on the backside, and then the sit-ups are going to be kind of the front half of our body. So we're getting a little bit of both in this workout. And then to follow that up, when you get those 4 rounds done, we're going for 150 double unders or 300 single skips based on where you're at with your skill level. So that's Thursday. Getting close to the end of the week, we got Friday, our skill weightlifting movements, 1 power clean plus 1 front squat. This one, you guys have been building up each week. If you haven't been, just keep it as like a technique day. Get really comfortable with this movement. We're trying to work on power and also good positioning as always with the barbell movements. If you guys are comfortable with the power clean, the front squat, we can build and get heavy for these sets there. Maybe even go a little bit more challenging on that last set. We're doing 1 set of 1 power clean and 1 front squat every 90 seconds, and we're doing 7 rounds of that. Finally, going into our workout, 60 cal row for the guys, 48 for ladies to start off, 40 lateral burpees over the rower, and then 20 front squats at 125 with the bar loaded on the rack. So you don't need to clean this bar off the ground. We're challenging strength under cardiovascular fatigue. So all these movements before we get to the front squat are really going to get us huffing and puffing, and then trying to get tight doing that front squat is going to be tough. This weight is supposed to be around a moderate to heavy weight. So make sure you can do about 3 to 5 in a row before you need to put it back on the rack. If you're doing 10 or more, let's go a little heavier and challenge yourselves a little bit more. I would say make sure you get to the front squats, at least get somewhere between, I would say, 8 to 12 reps approximately. If you get it done, amazing. But this is not something that we're finishing in like 6-7 minutes. This is going to be something where we're getting close to that kind of 8-10 minute range, and you have that time until the 12-minute mark if you need it. Then Friday, going into Saturday's workout, we're going to do a hero WOD. This one is called TK, completing as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes of 8 strict pull-ups, 8 box jumps to a 36-inch height for the guys, 28 for ladies, and then 12 kettlebell swings, 32 for the guys, and 24 for the ladies. So heavy strength, endurance kind of movements today. So we're not going fast. We're taking our time. I'd probably, if I was looking at this workout, getting somewhere between 6 to 8 rounds done in the 20 minutes today. So make sure you kind of scale appropriately, challenge yourself with each of these movements. They're not supposed to be cardio movements per se, where you're just flying through these and getting like 20 rounds. It's going to be lower rounds, but more of a challenge for every round there. Finally, last workout of the week, in partners or individual, 5 rounds for time, 400 meters, 400-meter run. This can be split up however you want. 60-second dual kettlebell front rack hold, and then 20 barrier get over. Or getting over the obstacle. So this workout, you can do it in partners or individual, like I said. And then the idea of this one is we're going to work on a little bit of strength, a little bit of conditioning, with some kind of odd object work. So kind of like some grunt work in this one. Holding the kettlebells are a little awkward sometimes, and then getting into those barrier get overs can be challenging, like just trying to kind of do your little climb over the box. It's kind of like a little muscle up in a way, and really applicable to kind of real life movements. So it's kind of cool that way when you do these movements compared to kind of going off of a pull-up bar or working on rings. This is kind of like a little bit more real life than like what you see if you ever try to kind of climb over something. So anyways, that's my review of the week from the gym this morning. Hopefully you guys can hear everything with all the music going on in the background. Other than that, guys, we'll see you next week for the next review of the programming.